Hello, disaster tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Uncharted Waters. Last episode we had some fun in the Caribbean, and then we got sunk by storms trying to get back to Europe. We did make it to Africa, but Africa's really bad, so... Now you guys know why I was trying to avoid there. I also decided that, basically, other than traveling north before we cross, I'm also going to buy figureheads before I ever do this again. Once the music changes, we'll head east. There we go. No storms in the temperate zones. And the wind does actually blow east, so it's probably faster to go back this way anyway. You really only want to go southerly to go west. Also, if you were counting screens, I think it was 4 or 5 screens past the music change. So that's how far south you'd want to go along the coast of Africa before you struck across towards the Caribbean. If you want to go to Santo Domingo anyway. Santo Domingo is important because it's the only place to get coral. I have no idea what that island was, but the fact that you can see AI ships means we're pretty much there. They generally don't sail very far off of the normal path. Alright, there's Sevilla. We're really just planning on going back to Portugal. Now, we may still have that mission to go to Pisa and talk to a merchant, which, if we can still do it, we'll go do that next. But I want to stop by home. Francisco, Jose, couple levels up. The real way to level up is to do a world tour, to travel all the way around. To pull a Magellan or whatever. That's the true way. So, let's just see how much this stuff's worth in Lisbon. Remember, Lisbon's a lower price than other places. Oh, right. Let's just store our money. We're gonna have a ridiculous amount of cash, so let's just stockpile it. Oh, the king has a quest for us! I should have saved it before I talked to him. This could be really bad. Okay, this is fine. This is just a letter to the King of Spain. He could have requested some coral, which is literally where we just came from, and the amount of coral we're carrying would not be enough. You'd always have to get a little bit more. Alright. That's a nice easy mission, actually. Welcome home. Here's an easy mission. Let's go to Sevilla. Tons of food, lots of crew. Now that we didn't get sunk by storms, this whole voyage went really well. It's kind of a newbie mistake traveling down to the coast of Northwest Africa. It's a bad place to go, which is why we went to the Caribbean before I wanted to travel down to the Gold Coast. Even though you can get gold there. What I should do is try to find the place that sells the best figureheads. As much as dragon figureheads are awesome, I'm pretty sure there's a mermaid figurehead that's better. And I don't remember where it is. And I haven't really been, like, checking. This place sells the dragons, in case you're wondering. So, I could throw on... Oh no, this one has Neptune! Neptune is the best one! Oh, maybe I should put Neptunes on everyone. I thought it was like a mermaid or something. Alright, hold on. How much money is this going to cost us? 5 ships. The dragon is awesome, but we need the god of the seas to protect us. 32,000 gold times 5. Wow. That's where the money goes for these ships. Holy smokes. That's a little bit crazy. The ships cost like 14,000. Maybe even 10,000. Anyway, we can meet the King of Spain. There you go. We are famous. A letter from Portugal. So basically, we're the mailman. Alright, let's see how much money we can make here. I never sold off all my firearms. The gold... I thought we'd get more than that for the gold. It's good, but I thought we could get up to 1,000 for gold. Hold on, before we start selling stuff here, is this actually a good price? Oh yeah, that's a horrible price. Yeah, there you go. So we're at 55% here. You definitely don't want to be selling your gold in a 55% port. You want 150% port. Do we ever... Oh, we have no money. Alright, whatever. Let's go back to Lisbon. We need to find somewhere to sell. We're going to have to do a lot of backtracking. Basically, we're going to have to find somewhere that will give us lots of money for our gold. Sail to Seville, whatever. And buy Neptune figureheads for everyone. Or, I guess, technically, I have 260,000 gold saved in Lisbon. We could just do that. Just spend, like, 60%, 70% of our gold. I guess that's probably the way to do it. Unfortunately, because they're over 30,000 gold, we have to do one trip at a time. What's the price in Lisbon? Just to see if we should sell some stuff here. 62, also horrible. Wow, we're definitely not selling our gold here right now. Thank you, you've done excellent service, delivery boy. So we got a promotion, basically, was the main thing. Let's go talk to the princess. No. Sadly, we were unable to beat the princess this time around. Let's see what our new rank is. We were a page. We are now a squire. Look at that. Squire Ankylos. And our sailing level has gone up. I tend to remember once you hit about sailing 10, it keeps going up, but you're pretty awesome at that point. Alright, let's just withdraw the gold. We have a lot of gold in our name, but we're gonna spend it. There's not a whole lot of point taking out all of the money, because we can only buy one figurehead at a time, so you're just gonna have to excuse me while I do 5 trips to to Sevilla. Seville. I don't know. No one's ever perfectly corrected me on that name. It could be Sevilla, but it's spelled like Seville. Seville? I don't know. I never learned Spanish. If we're lucky, by the time we've bought all of our figureheads, it'll also spawn a new quest for us. Seeing as that last quest was pretty easy. Alright, remodel. First thing to get the figurehead is our flagship. And we're going to go with a Neptune figurehead for 32 grand. And you don't get the money back from the dragon, unfortunately. So, goodbye dragon, hello Neptune. That's why I didn't spend all my money getting dragon figureheads for all the ships. I knew there was something better. And given just how horrible that storm was, we definitely want 5 Neptune figureheads. And more crew, to be honest. The reason our ship sank wasn't from damage, it was from just not enough crew to man it, basically. I wish there was a quicker way to do this, but other than unloading all of our gold for horrible prices. Usually the port of Seville has a very, very high... Oh! Conrad would like us to visit the princess. We gotta find a guy called Miguel. He's pretty cool, too. Let's take out our money first, and then we'll try to meet the princess. Oh, we found her again! Sweet! Same as last time, really. Now, you can give her presents. We don't really have any treasure yet, though, so we're gonna have to wait on that one. We'll find some treasure eventually. For now, it's been like half a year. It's time for some flowers. Hey, Warakim. Yeah, I know. The timing is tough on these live streams. Time zones are a real pain. Have I checked for first mates? Alfonso. Still not high enough level for him. I wish there was like a way of hunting down first mates that was a little bit easier. But you basically just have to check every tavern across the entire world. if you're looking for someone specific. I guess there might be, like, if you go to, like, Turkish ports, you'll find Turkish mates. And if you want Spanish or Portuguese, you kind of stick around there. But where you find the pirate ones, I have no idea. Let's go pick up the next figurehead. Moving really slow right now. Is it just the wind? Yeah, it's just a bad wind. I know everyone's dying to see how much money we can make off the gold. Maybe we'll take a trip to Bordeaux after this. Alright, let's give the Xeno the Neptune for all of our money. Yeah, instead of just repeating this forever, let's head to Bordeaux before we come back. Actually, you know, because I invested in Bordeaux, they should have the best figureheads there, but I don't think they actually do. I think we'll find out that they sell the best ships, but they won't actually have the amazing figureheads to go with it. Which is a shame. There's Lisbon's... not Lisbon. Alright, let's see if there's a better price here. And just for interest's sake, do they actually have the cool figureheads? No, only up to Unicorn. For whatever reason, they don't unlock better figureheads when you upgrade the ports. What's the prices here? $99%. Well, that's fine. It's not inflated, but we're at least getting normal price for anything we sell. So, the coral, there we go, that's more like it. And even better, the gold is, yeah! That is how you make money. You go somewhere and buy gold for like 200 bucks per thing, and then just load all your ships up with it, so you've got way too much money. We really have way too much money. Oops, sell one coral. Even all that coral is worth a ton. And it's not even as amazing as the gold. Probably nothing worth buying here either, I betcha. Porcelain. Psh, like we need that. Just see if anyone's looking for us. That's right, I was supposed to go back to Pisa. I forgot about that. They're out to get people from Spain. Well, that's fine. We're not Spanish. Pretty sure we've been away for too long for the guy that was looking for us. Actually, what happened, I think, was we had a quest spawn in Pisa, but by the time we got back, our fame had risen enough that we got the next king quest for Portugal. So that kind of overwrites it, I think. Usually you just get quests every couple months, and the main point of the quests are to improve your fame so that you can get king quests, which unlock actual rank promotions and progress the actual main storyline a little bit. But you also get a lot of fame for discovering new ports and maybe making tons of money. I don't know how it works exactly. All I know is we got lots of money, and maybe I'm just going to take a loss on some coral. Well, not exactly a loss, but we might just sell it in Seville anyway, just to save us some backtracking time, because I don't really like doing the same trip like 5 times in a row without making something happen. We're not really making money, we're just protecting our ships. Alright, another figurehead, the galleon. It is a galleon, har har, it's hilarious. Alright, so we still need 64,000 gold. So we need to sell up to max one more time. It's not a great deal. It's still, we're making money, but, you know, whatever. Min-maxi, I feel bad because we're losing out on some profit, but on the other hand, we're gaining a lot of time by doing this. Yeah, the Neptune. And then we just need another 4,000 gold. So we won't have to sell off another slew of coral. We sold off 64,000 gold of coral, basically, at lower price. We need, who wants to do the math here? 40 will be fine. Alright, so after this, every ship should have the Neptune flag figurehead. Alright. Now, I'm pretty sure if you just wanted to maximize money, you would still... how would I run this? The best way to make money would be to find 100 to 150% ports and sell all of your coral and gold, and then head back to Lisbon. But, I think that's too much time. It's too boring. I want to go on an African adventure now, before the end of the episode. And before the end of this stream. So we're going to move on to the next game pretty soon. So what I'm going to do is, even though Lisbon is a bad deal in a way, we're just going to sell a bunch of stuff, like all the coral specifically. We're going to keep the firearms though. In fact, we're going to load up on firearms again. I'm pretty sure firearms are also worth a lot of money in Africa, which is conveniently where we're going next. And we're still making a lot of money per coral. Like, keep in mind, we bought these for like 70 or 80 each. And we're still making over double. But we should be making like triple or quadruple, basically, is the way I think about it. There we go. Let's max out our treasury a little bit. The thing is, I worry about like min-maxing my gold. We actually have so much value. We have more than we could possibly really spend. Even though we just bought all of those Neptune figureheads, it really didn't even dent our total net worth. But I'm still going to sell all the coral. I'd be a lot happier if we could, if we could put in a warehouse, but there might be warehouses in the second game. Something like that to store your goods. We'll talk about that once we get there. So I think that's all of our coral. Okay. Now we load up on firearms for a really low price. Do I sell some of my gold? I will sell some of my gold. Keeping in mind that we should be getting, well, over 1,000 for it, basically. We're gonna go find the Gold Coast, I think. Okay, we got lots of room for food. We want to save a little bit of... No, we're fine. Won't mess around too much more. Let's stock up some more food, and we're going to try to go down to Africa. I know last episode we ended with a really bad African adventure, but I have faith in our crew this time. Actually, I have faith in the figureheads more than anything. Although I will, of course, save before we go. Alright. 90 days should be enough. We don't have to worry about seaweed this time around, or disappearing ships, which we managed to not have happen at least. But we do have to worry about of course, the deadly African coast. Who's taking bets on how long we'll survive? Let's throw a quick save in once we get past Seville. Everyone say hello to Gibraltar as we head south. Really, really slowly. Wind and current. They don't want... The game is trying to tell me, don't go south, Blue. It's suicide. Okay, we'll actually put the save here. Because it took a long time to get there. The wind is so much stronger down here, you travel around much quicker. Or die. One or the other. And it's kind of fun because you can see some AI fleets that also do this trade route. Because they don't have to worry about storms. They can go down here all the time. I can't remember how far you have to go before you're safe from storms. I think it's a couple more screens south. And then you're safe. I also don't think this is going to be anything great. So this would be Cape Verde, which is, I think, supposed to be Portuguese, but it's really just a restocking port, really. If you were destroyed by a storm, you could stop here and buy some food and some lumber and repair. You don't actually get a shipyard to repair, but you can at least buy the lumber you need. Alright, so starting to hit the... Ah, another storm! No! Oh, that's not good. We should take less damage, but it's still not good. Freaking storms. Alright, let's see how our ships are doing. I'm not super happy. Actually, you can tell the amount of food, like the calculation on the top right of the screen for food and water. If that skyrockets, suddenly you've got a year's worth of food and water. That means everyone's dead, and you've only got a couple people left. I think we probably didn't lose that much. Let's look at the flagship first. There you go. We survived a storm, and we didn't take any damage on the flagship. That's much better. We took a little bit of damage on the other ships. It probably does have a combination of how good of a sailor your the captain of these ships are, basically, as well as how good of your flag, how good of a figurehead you have. But still, we took at most 10% damage. And a couple ships came through scot clean. I bet you it has to do with the captain's sailing or ability stats. Alright, good. So we could withstand a couple storms. Hey, Alucard. Yeah, I like this game. We're pretty rich at this point, and we're just barely able to fend off the storms. You missed the horrible storm death from our first trip through Africa. Alright. I think we have further to go. Argon, I don't believe, is the one I'm looking for. I think we have to go a little bit further south and east. For the good stuff. Oh, maybe this is the good stuff. Let's see. What do they got in Argon? First off, let's make sure our guns are worth lots. They're worth good. It's not the same as going to Japan or the Americas, but it's pretty solid. And we can buy gold, but it's very expensive here compared to Panama. So, no thank you. You could make money, certainly. 740, and you could sell it for around 1,000 easily, but it's not enough. Oh, Diaz has followed us over. Unsurprisingly, he won't join you. I don't know about this Siren. I don't recognize this guy at all. Okay. I don't know if I've ever had this guy join. I don't think I've ever found him before. No waitresses, boo. Surprise! As soon as we leave, I think this is what always happens, is you leave the Mediterranean and you start finding new ports, and therefore your fame goes up, and suddenly a quest spawns for you, while you're far away. But, whatever. I'm not heading back right now. So let's see who this kid is that we just signed up, basically. I don't know him at all. Not someone I recognize. Siren, huh? His stats, he's got a couple levels up in battle and sailing, kind of like the Conrad guy, except not as good. He's a little bit more balanced, I guess. A little bit better at sailing, but still good at combat. I guess we'll keep him around for now, but I'm pretty sure there's a max to how many mates you can carry around. Anything amazing? Ah, the Speculum. I was looking for this. Bam. Alright, that was a lot of our money, but that's okay. I think I've got most of the items now. So, let's go see what the Speculum can do. Actually, first, let's actually repair the ship. I forgot. We did take a bit of damage. 57 bucks. We could repair it with lumber, but might as well just repair it at the shipyard. Yeah, we went through that storm really well, actually. I should have picked up some crew, just to max everybody out. It might be difficult to recruit crew here, to be honest. It's not like a big town. That's not bad, actually. We didn't even need that many. Alright. We are ship shape. Ship shop shape for shipping. Let's continue our African adventure. If I can get to the port. Alright, 67 days, tons. There's actually quite a lot of ports along here. Unless you get sunk by a storm, it's actually not too bad sailing the coast of Africa. You can get all the way down to the Cape without too much trouble. Assuming that you don't get sunk by a storm. But food and water, like, there's lots of resupply. So we should be approaching the grain coast / gold coast very soon. Which is maybe what I was looking for. I'm curious what the price will be compared to Panama. Panama was amazing for gold. San Jorge? San George? You call it whatever you want to call it. They also have gold. I think ivory is a reasonable price. Let's fill up a ship with ivory and see how much money we can make. We'll trade them some firearms for some ivory. It's about the same price. Oops. Sell firearms. Fill up on ivory. I'm not usually a big ivory merchant, though, from what I remember. We might be able to load up on a little bit of gold while we're here. Still, remember, this is like at least double the price of what we were getting it in Panama, so it's kind of not the best deal here. I don't remember, you know, like, it's been a long time since I played this the last times. Maybe Panama really was the best place to get gold. No waitresses, no tips, nothing? So I guess the question is, how far down the coast of Africa do we go? Do I go all the way to the Cape? I'm not planning on going to India or Japan or anything right now. That's a bit too far away. I still want to get some promotions with the king before we really go all that round the world. Oh, also, we have the Speculum. I forgot to show that off. It's in, not in negotiate. That's if there's a nearby fleet. That's your... Where is it? I'm pretty sure there's a button I'm looking for. There's a way to look around. How do we do it? These are all the things we're carrying, including the Speculum. You can get some treasure and stuff eventually. There it is. Okay, so now that we have the Speculum, this is a larger map of where we are. I think it's maybe 3x3 in terms of map, like game screens. It'll make it easier to find some ports and stuff once we're looking around. I won't use it very often, but I think it's a lot easier to figure out where you are geographically when you come across the ocean if you've got a Speculum. Otherwise, it's not that important. So we've moved a little bit. For instance, let's look. No, info, land. There you go. So you can kind of see where we're headed. There may be some ports along here. Now we're headed towards, what, the Congo, give or take? There might be St. Helena. I don't think there's actually a port there. Let's check up here. Yeah, too small of land to actually get a port. See what's over here. Luanda. Absolutely nothing. I guess San George, or whatever that was called, was basically the main goal if you want to do African gold trade and ivory. That's where you basically go. I guess if you really want gold, you have to sail across the ocean for a good price. I believe if you make it to Nagasaki for Japan, you can get, I'm not sure if it's gold, but I think it's like silver or something for a really good price. And you trade firearms over there, and you just make a ton of money. Okay, I think we're basically rounding the Cape of Africa pretty quick. It might turn Arctic before we actually get right to the Cape. I'm trying to remember. That's as far as we're going to go, though. Uh-oh. Oh, wait a second. I thought I had way more than that. Oh, no, never mind. That's fine. I'm like, no, I didn't think we should run out of food and water. One of our supply vessels has run out. Our flagship still has lots. Yeah, we're not there yet. This might be it, though. Woohoo! Cape Town! We made it! That's a pretty good sea voyage. Not a whole lot in Cape Town, but that's fine. We will load up on a bit more on the way home, though. So, profit-wise, this didn't really do us much good. The New World, hitting Panama and Santo Domingo, much, much better than coming around Africa, obviously. And probably safer from what we learned, seeing as all the storms were on West Africa, basically. I wonder if it'd be easier to just sail over to South America from here rather than head back around the coast of Africa. It would take longer. We'd have to use a lot more food, but it might actually be safer. But I'm not going to South America, or I'm not going to Central America again right now. We'll worry about that another day. For now, let's head back to sort of the Mediterranean and Europe, and we'll try to get another quest from the king or something. We're basically good on money, so the next thing I would want to do money-wise, if I really just want to profit, is basically just load up as much of my fleet full of gold as I can, like not like gold coins, just the gold resource. And then whenever we need money, we'll just sell a few bars of gold and buy whatever you want to buy. It's the best. You basically carry, like, you can only carry 60,000 gold, but you'll have millions of gold in loot, basically. Gold being the most expensive item in the game. Could get stuck there. I think silver is fairly close, though, but I forget. I forget the specifics. Okay, we're approaching storm territory here. This is San George, just to the north, so this is about where it gets dangerous. Hopefully, if there is a storm, our amazing sailing captains and figureheads will protect us. Probably should have saved in that port, to be honest. Because I think this is where things get interesting. Ooh, there's a lot of wind here. This is approximately where you'd strike out west if you want to hit the Caribbean. I remember that much. The tip of South America. Oh, maybe we made it through. One more map. No, we were like 2 squares away. I'm pretty sure just this next screen north is considered temperate. Well, we're gonna have to survive a storm here. We almost made it. You can see an AI fleet. Probably a Turkish fleet completely ignoring the storm. Hey dudes, help a bro out. It's a long storm. Take kind of more damage the longer it goes, I think. Alright, how are we looking here? Fleet. The Xeno took 20% damage on crew and a little bit under 10% damage to durability. See the flagship. We didn't actually take any damage at all because we are amazing. The Galleon came through unscathed. The Duct Tape took 30% crew. So Jose maybe is just not as good a sailor as the other. It may just be random, but Jose definitely took more damage than the rest. And the SS Art. So we had 3 ships coming unscathed. One took 20% crew, and one took 30% crew. And we were literally one screen away from safety. You'll never get a storm in this music, which is kind of your temperate geography, basically. We almost made it. Let's head back to Lisbon, and we'll call it probably an episode. Might get a quick quest. Depends on what you get. But... you guys keep leveling up so that you take less damage in those storms, basically. Alright, interestingly, let's see what the coral is worth. It's probably minus 50% here or something, so don't expect any amazing price. Or the ivory, right? So we could probably sell the ivory for pushing 400 then at a normal port, right? Okay, so that was 65%, was 195. So we can definitely sell the ivory for around 300, which is about double what we paid for. This is pretty awesome. Okay. We're not going to sell it here, but it's good to know. The king ain't want anything while we're here? No. Nothing good for the King of Portugal. Do we actually have money to store? Nah, sell a bit. We've got a lot of valuable goods, so we don't really need a lot of cash on hand. Let's talk to the princess. Ah, tried to end with a princess visit. Alright, I guess we should repair our ships and recruit a couple crew before I forget. I found exactly enough men, I think. Oh no, too short. Alright, need a few more. Alright, there we go. I'm so stingy, I don't want to spend more money than I need to. Even though I've got, like, millions, basically. Any tips? Come on, Carlota, help us out. Help a bro out. Someone's looking for us in Genoa. Okay, so there's our quest next episode. I'm even going to save it right here so that when I reload the game, I know what I'm doing next. Alright, folks. Thanks for watching and have a great day.